Thinking about Stephen Miller is pretty much the definition of a bad day. I just watched some video of him. Oh boy. And I picked up my deck, and that's perfect as the card that's sitting on the bottom of the deck. Illusion and delusion. He found power earlier in his life in taking a position and just immersing himself in it. The nice way to say it is he is a committed, he deeply commits to his delusions completely. Evidence, reality. 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4. C doesn't come after A and B. It comes where he says it does. There are some people like, there are some people like Steve Bannon who just like the argument. They like arguing. I didn't get that from Stephen Miller. He sinks himself into those whatever thoughts he has, beliefs he has, and he does not come up for air. Alright, so let's see. Stephen Miller. Oh, God. Stephen Miller. Okay. There's a not nice way of talking about Stephen Miller and describing him. And it has to do with something anatomically impossible about his head being very far in an area where it anatomically could not possibly be. This is the card of the government. This truly, truly delusional man is just he is the happiest pig in a trough, cat who got the cream. He's got all this power and prestige now. Yeah, I go into his energy and it's just it's its own thing. It's completely isolated from reality. Alright. Well, I don't know his family life. I mean, it would make sense that his mother wasn't exactly most touchy-feely, nurturing woman, but I don't know. His mother might be lovely. I don't know. That's... let's see what we've got. What else we've got here? Alright, past. So he was a little sword off the old block. Or little sword off the bigger sword. Doesn't work as a metaphor, but anyway. Base of the reading. Emotions. This is him lifting emotions out of it to manipulate. And it'll be this high, it'll cause this much emotion, it'll go lower, it'll go higher, it'll cause a little splash, a big splash, I'll get involved religion if in some way, or this or that, or something, or whatever it'll do that'll cause storm and stress and ooh. Well, I'd say he has secrets, except his whole existence is kind of a secret, and the look on her face, which is just this almost just staring into space, almost catatonic divorce from reality. It's, yeah. This is what happy, loving, accepting, innocent, joyful. He didn't have it. He certainly doesn't believe, he absolutely does not believe that these immigrant children deserve happiness. He absolutely does not believe they deserve any happiness. That only American children, and only American children with light skin, Yeah, yeah. This is comfortable for him. He's just, you know, sure, bring these are, you know, reporters and people and people arguing with him, and it's just a daily workout. Just it doesn't affect him. He's able to appeal to Donald Trump as Donald Trump. Donald Trump usually comes up in my readings as the Emperor, but Donald Trump likes him as a person. They relate. He's willing. I'll take on more fights. I'll take on more argument. That's why he's still in the White House. It isn't just that Donald Trump likes him, which he does, but he's just completely unfazed. He doesn't show the weakness that Donald Trump dislikes, because he doesn't feel it. Oh my gosh. Home life, a hermit. I don't know if he's in a relationship or not. I haven't looked it up. I think it would be difficult to be in a relationship with him. Not just because he's horrible, but yeah, it's wow. Not reality. He's hoping for what he sees as justice. And again, this vacant stare off into space. It's not as bad as this one, but it's still, you almost want to go, hello, hello. But no, he has his beliefs, his convictions, and that's just that. It's. I mean, if you did it, I've never done a reading on Ayn Rand, who wrote Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead and all that. But she believed what she believed. She came over from communist Russia, from the USSR. So she had a real hatred of any kind of socialism. But with Stephen Miller, there's no way to approach him. There's no way to approach that energy. Wow. There. The world sees. If you hung him upside down like this, he'd just keep talking. He'd just keep talking about liberal conspiracies and fake news and yeah. Well, that's Trump. So final outcome, Trump is everything in his future right now. And him hooking his future to Trump's star. I mean, it's with the government. His fate is absolutely linked to Trump's. Now, is it linked to Trump's in the sense of, could there be any criminal liability? Is he doing anything that is illegal? Because people who are that delusional usually don't have any kind of healthy regard for laws. I'm not saying he feels this way, but oftentimes people like that feel that they're above the law. The law is for little people. Stephen Miller, does he have any legal liability? What's the future hold for Stephen Miller? What does the future hold for Stephen Miller? You know, there's a kind of, what was that guy's name? Scully? Is it Martin Scully? There's a little bit of a Scully feel to Stephen Miller. All right, Stephen Miller, future of Stephen Miller. He needs heavy doses of psychoanalysis. Something about a child. Oh, well, it's not going to be about his child. It's about other children. Children being happier without him there. Oh, he is going to be reviled by younger generations and future generations. I'm going to wait on interpreting this because I'm feeling it's linked to other things. All right, bottom of the reading. This card came up in Melania Trump's reading, and I get the sense that he's happy to have her out of the way. It's one less person to have to think about or deal with. Because he wants to have his own power and he likes being around the men. Especially men with power, men with money. Yeah. Working in the White House, looking at the world, wanting to shape the world in his image, looking from his position of this height and power. I see him that's him causing grief. I don't see him losing sleep. I just don't. It's exhausting. It's exhausting reading his energy. His energy is exhausting because it doesn't have an outside source of power. He doesn't connect. It's exhausting. What you send out into the world is going to come back to you. Goes around, comes around. And what he has sent out is going to come back. Immigration just infuriates him. Even the fact that unless you're Native American, we're all descended from immigrants here. But he hates them. He really does see them as vermin. Trump used that word to describe immigrants and just immigrants overall. And I imagine he probably got it from Stephen Miller. In the future, more arguments. He's still gonna have his job for a while. That's what he does. Just a normal day at home. He sees himself as being right and righteous and temperate, but he doesn't realize that he's going in a circle, and he isn't connected outside, and it causes destruction. He thinks it's a virtue. He thinks what he's doing is virtuous. Hoping for where the Caucasian person tames the savage beasts. He's vile. His energy is vile. He's vile. What other people see, yeah, he's getting a lot more attention and power than he should have. He's also wasting a lot. The U.S. government has enormous resources and power and could potentially do great things and nourish and nurture, but he's wasting at least as much as or anything he touches is just going to waste. it's not really helping. It's not actually strengthening the collective, which he can't feel. He can't feel the energy. He can't. No. He can really only talk to people who completely believe what he believes. Otherwise, he just goes into this, he goes back into this mode. And there she is again. In the future, only this I don't know. I haven't looked up his personal life. I wonder if a protester is gonna, because this seems like an older woman who's gonna box his ears. Just that's just what that feels like. And this in the past. This feels like women who've rejected him. Women, emotional, cups of usually water signs, the emotional, more emotional astrological signs. And she's beautiful and emotional, and there's just no way. So instead of the beautiful woman, kind, beautiful woman, he gets more stern women who box his ears. I'm not seeing a lot here for that he's done a lot of criminal activity or anything. Stuff like that isn't coming up. But honestly, in doing these cards, I'm reading his energy, and his energy is so divorced from reality. It's kind of hard to tell. But I do know that children will be happier when he's gone. Alright, just try to figure out what's going to happen to Stephen Miller. I've had to kind of appeal to his higher self, because his self on this plane of existence is just, yeah. His higher self is practically face palming. Like, yeah, I know, but he has this place to, this is a role he's supposed to be playing in the bigger picture. But yeah, his higher self is just, oh. And if it wasn't so destructive, it would be funny. But it is. It's so vile. It's so vile. Ugh. As far as what's going to happen to him, I mean, this is the card that came up at the bottom of the deck. He's linked to, his future's linked to Trump. And the outcry against Trump. And there will be rebuilding. I think his views are so extreme that there almost will always be a place for him somewhere, at some think tank, at some somewhere. And he'll just keep on being a jerk, but he's not on the higher ground anymore. He's just down in the mess with everyone else. Oh, and he's not gonna like that at all. He is not gonna like that. He loves the power. He loves the attention. This is gonna make him very, very angry. Having to fight with the little people without being on higher ground. But that's what you get. What you send out into the universe is what will come back to you. And if you care about people, if you're kind, if you try to help, if you fight the good fight, then good things will happen to you. So that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting big legal stuff. Maybe there is something. It's not. It's certainly not that I'm doing nice interpretations because I like the guy. I mean, obviously not. But yeah. So that's ugh. Yuck. That's Stephen Miller. I feel like I need a shower. Okay. Thanks for watching. Ugh.